In your consumer news, if you've been waiting for the right time to buy a home, some encouraging news this morning. The housing market is shifting in favor of buyers across much of the country. January saw 3.7 months of for sale supply, the highest in 6 years, meaning sellers are slowly losing leverage. Southeast Florida buyers currently have the most purchasing power in the country. Trump's 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada are now in effect, alongside another 10% on Chinese imports. Canada retaliated already with 25% tariffs, while Beijing announced 15%, fueling fears of a trade war. The Dow tumbled 650 points as economists warn groceries, electronics, clothes, and cars could soon cost more. The FAA is investigating after commercial flights about to land at Reagan National repeatedly received mid-air collision alerts when there were no other aircraft nearby. The Federal Aviation Administration says several flight crews reported the mystery alerts, and some pilots opted to abort their landings. The alerts happened only miles from the site of the deadly mid-air collision of an American Airlines flight and a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter about a month ago. A chip-making giant is boosting its presence in this country. Trump announced Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company will develop new manufacturing operations in the U.S. TSMC creates chips that power many tech products from iPhones to medical devices. Bakeries cannot beat the egg prices rising, so your cakes and other baked goods are starting to cost more. That's just the beginning, they say. News 8 Now's Allison Fergit reports from West Salem.
With many spring holidays just around the corner, it's a busy time for local bakeries, but they're feeling the pinch from high ingredient prices.
We're weathering the storm.
Bob Anderson, Linda's Bakery's general manager, says 1 pound of eggs is now 5 times more expensive than it was a year ago. In February 2024, eggs cost $1.10 per pound. In February 2025, $5.89 per pound.
From what I'm hearing, we're looking at the egg prices being inflated for 6 months to a year or more, so we're preparing for that.
Anderson says they've looked into egg alternatives, but ultimately decided to stick with the classic.
We want to keep our formulas the same, to keep the quality the same for our customers.
And it's not just egg prices leaving a bad taste in their mouths.
I've seen up to 50% price increase on cocoa, chocolate chips, and chocolate coverings.
As a result of these new costs, Linda's has raised cake prices by an average of 5%.
We try to do the best we can to keep a reasonable price for the customers while still being able to stay in business.
Other items like donuts will also see a price hike soon.
The treats are fantastic.
Some Linda's customers have noticed the new prices, but they aren't salty over the change.
No.
I'm a very positive thinker. I'm thinking it's going to go not back to where it was, but usually your income goes up.
Inflation rolls on, doesn't it?
And they won't let rising prices get in the way of their cravings.
And when you only live a couple miles away, it's
good and convenient. What more can we say?
Linda's also serves coffee, and they say their distributors are warning that coffee prices could also soon rise. Reporting in West Salem, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now, This Morning.
They say the price of donuts and sweet rolls will also increase by about 5%.